Hi, I'm Pam East, and today I'm going to show you how to fire silver clay in the UltraLite kiln. The UltraLite is a fraction the price of a full-size kiln, but it's much more consistent than torch firing. I know you're really going to like it. It will do all the silver clays that you use. Before I start showing you how to set up the UltraLite, I want to talk for a minute about the lid. And when you buy this, the lid is very shiny on the inside. And that is part of what helps heat up the UltraLite, the reflection in the lid. Over time, it might get dull as it gets used, and you need to clean it up or you're going to find that the heat you're getting out of your UltraLite goes down. So what I use to clean this is what's called Barkeeper's Friend. You may be familiar with this cleanser. And I'm just going to put a little water in here and add some of the cleanser, and then I'm going to use an abrasive scrubber to scrub that out. I like to put it down on something so I can really scrub on it. You can see that it's starting to get shiny in the middle. I want it to look that way all the way around. So it might take, if you wait too long to do this, this will take some elbow grease. So make sure that you stay on top of that. Keep an eye on it, and if it starts looking dull, shine it up again. And that reflective surface is really important for your heat, especially when we get to things like enameling. To set up your UltraLite to fire metal clay, you're going to start by, I like to work on a tile, and then you've got this heat mat that comes with your unit. And that goes on top of the tile, and make sure that there's no dust or anything on it that could combust. Then you're going to set the whole unit on that, and that's how you're going to run it. I also need to have a heat-safe surface next to it, another tile of some kind, because when I pull pieces out, they're going to be hot, and I want to make sure that I'm setting my pieces on a heat-safe surface. This is a metal clay firing disc. We're going to put this in the UltraLite to protect the element, so nothing happens to the element. And that just drops right in. The lid goes on, and then we plug it in. Preheat the unit for 45 minutes before firing your metal clay. The preheat is going to happen with the lid on, but when we get to firing, we're going to be taking that off. Once the UltraLite is preheated, you're going to take the lid off, and you're going to fire with the lid off. If you have the lid on, it can get too hot and melt your pieces. So make sure that you take the lid off and leave it off during firing. You can do multiple pieces, and I'm going to do just a pendant and earring set here. And you're going to watch, they're going to start smoking and flaming. That is normal. All right, so I can fire a set of earrings and pendant, and those need to fire for a minimum of 35 minutes. If I'm going to be enameling, I suggest you fire it for 45 minutes to an hour. I do a longer firing for enameling because I want to make sure I'm getting maximum shrinkage. But for most of your purposes, 35 minutes is enough. All right, it's been long enough, and it's time to take these off. I'm just going to use a little pair of tweezers to take them off. And notice I am putting them on a heat-safe surface. Don't set these on the table, you'll melt it. It's all right, upside down. Now, before I fire more pieces, if I had a whole series to do, I need to put the lid back on and reheat it again for another 15 minutes, get it back to temperature before I fire the next round. I'll just wait for these to cool off, and then I'll brush them. These are cooled off now, and I can brush them, and you can see that they're nice silver now, all ready to be finished. So at this point, you can polish these, and then you can apply a lot of different treatments to them. This could be enameled. I could use acrylic inks on them, I could use patina on them, I could do keum-boo on them, I could do resin. There's a lot you can do with these things, and you don't need to have a big expensive kiln to do it. You can do it with the UltraLite. And that's all there is to it.